Norse and Norse mythology, they are not adept. But Sarah, she will research, and Paul, he must accept. Yggdrasil is a glorious word, crush a whole mountain. Well, Thor's hammer could. These fables are bizarre, but good. It's
Mytha. Hello and welcome back to Myth Understood, a now Norse mythology podcast where I, the Sarah Oliver, research and regale my BFF, the Paul Bianchi, with a Norse myth.
Wow, why are you calling us by our formal social media titles?
Because that is who we are now.
Oh, it is. It's who we've become.
Yeah, once you become verified, you're official.
Are we verified now?
No, of course not.
You got my hopes up.
Yeah, there's no way to prove we're real.
I need someone to verify me. I need someone to validate me. I need someone to vagina me. I mean, I was looking for a third word that started with V too.
Yeah, I know.
And I had vendetta in my head.
Oh, well, I have a vagina vendetta against you.
And that's very true. Yes, I'm Paul Bianchi and she is Sarah Oliver, and you can find us on social medias.
Where?
At the Paul Bianchi and at the Sarah Oliver.
Oh my God.
And you can also find this podcast at _Myth Understood.
Pretty much Erwer. Including at Patreon.
Yes.
Which we just launched, and we would just like to say thank you. Within a few days, 19 of you signed up, and you said, let's keep this Myth Understood machine going. Let's throw some oil in these rusty old hosts. And boy, did you. So thank you so much to everyone that signed up. Every little bit makes us feel like we're professionals.
Yeah, anyone who's joined and has been following along knows that with every episode, I have been releasing a work of childhood art.
Mm-hmm.
And so coming up after the release of this episode, you can see a very sexy drawing of Hera.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my, would it make Zeus fling himself over the cliff that makes you forget you're in love?
It sure would.
Oh, I bet.
He would also stare and wonder why her abdominals look so bizarre.
Oh, does she have a six-pack?
Oh, yeah.
Well, fuck yeah.
I didn't know how to draw stomachs any other way except by looking at my Gambit action figure.
Oh, I used to draw everyone with a six-pack too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because obviously that's what we grew up into being. Just adults with six-packs.
That's what adults look like. That's what television in the 90s taught us.
Let's also give a massive shout out to my beautiful co-host, Paul Bianchi, because he won a Waddy. What is a Waddy? Well, there's a website called Wattpad.
Wow, I'm looking forward to hearing you explain this.
And Paul put up his entire new adult science fiction book on Wattpad and won Best Science Fiction Book. What?
Well, thanks.
So find his book there and read it for free while you can, because this beautiful bitch is going straight to the moon. That's the award.
That's the award is I get shot out of a cannon into the moon. Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
Okay, so what do you think we're going to learn about today?
Oh, man. I mean, you introduced me to the world of Norse mythology, and then you dug a little deeper. And so I'm thinking today we're going to get more specific with either a person, a place, or a thing. A noun.
Yeah.
Today we're going to learn about a noun.
Yes, we are going to learn about the formal noun called Odin.
Odin. Oh, good. Odin is one of my favorite Norse gods because he's the one that I think I knew the most about.
Well, then you're a sick fuck, because Odin is a messed up bitch.
Okay.
He might be worse than Zeus. He's probably worse than Zeus. And let's find out why.
It's not nice to make fun of someone who's missing an eye.
Well, he did that to himself, and you'll also learn why he did that.
Oh, I'm really excited to hear.
The king of Asgard, the chief of the gods, the All-Father, a god potentially worse to humans than Zeus and definitely more complex. Odin gave life to the first humans, Ask and Imbla.
Wait, sorry. I thought you were prompting me.
Nope,
Ask?
That's the name.
Ask and you shall receive?
Ask and you shall receive life from Odin.
Okay, great.
But that didn't mean he wasn't prone to fucking the lives of mortals right up. It's like he created ants and then just to like put a magnifying glass on them and set them on fire.
So wait, Odin created humans
Yeah, he breathed life into humans.
from what?
He just made them.
He just made them. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like
They're like in
Prometheus
his
and
god.
the clay, and then Athena breathing life into them.
No. I'm sure I can find more specific. I was thinking that might be a specific myth, but everywhere I read, they're like, and he made these two fuckers, and they're the ones that he put on Midgard.
Okay.
So, maybe I'll find something more in depth about these.
So Ask and who's the other one?
Imbla.
Imbla. They're like Adam and Eve.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So he also had a goddess wife named Frigg or Frigga, but she wasn't his only baby mama, So he had that in common with Zeus. Odin could start a war by throwing his magical dwarven-made spear, Gungnir, down and inciting violence. Spears were so his brand that if you died by a spear wound, you got to pass into Valhalla.
Oh.
Which is where the warriors dined and drank mead until Ragnarok.
How'd you get here, Jerry?
Oh, I was just walking home and I tripped on a spear.
Oh, that's it. Welcome to Valhalla.
Yeah, no, I slipped down a flight of stairs and there was just like a spear.
That's super embarrassing, but it's still a spear, so welcome to Valhalla.
Pass me the bottomless mead.
Here it is.
Nah, it's too much mead.
It's bottomless. That's true.
Exactly. So he was so widely believed that like getting killed by a spear would take you to Valhalla that rich people were like, I'm dying of the plague. Bring me my wife and also stab me with a spear a little bit so I don't go to one of those lame afterworlds. I go to Valhalla.
Oh.
So they would just have like a doctor come and lacerate them with a spear while they were dying of regular conditions.
Oh, okay.
And then if there was any human sacrifices, they did that with a spear,
Okay.
It's really nice. Don't worry, you go to the halls of Valhalla.
Takes me back to Skyrim.
I used to be a rich, sick man like you, and then I took a
Spear to the neck.
When he was in regular, dude form, he basically was just a bearded, one-eyed wizard-looking motherfucker. He loved to travel to Midgard, where the humans dwelled, and pass along his supreme knowledge and battle tips to people while in disguise. Just like you're standing in line at a grocery store and someone comes up and shh, hey, flank him on the left.
I'm just here to buy peaches.
Flank them on the left.
Who?
Just fire arrows. Fire arrows.
Listen,
oh
my God.
I'm a bird. Yeah.
I knew it was Odin. Hey, he took my peaches.
He wasn't always just a supportive grandpa figure, though. The god of war loved to stir the pot and would turn on mortals that had pledged to him on a dime in battle. So, like, these warriors were in battle, like, yes, for Odin, we pray to Odin, we sacrifice to Odin. He's like, yeah, it seems like the war is going in your favor. And then he'd be like, what'd be cool? And then, boom, he lets the other battle team win.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how they explained, the tide turning in a war really fast. Like Odin just changed his favor. So he would change the outcome at the very last moment if it pleased him. And he even enjoyed small time drama. He would brag about being able to cause strife between like rich families.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So he also like watched his stories like Zeus, except like the stories that he watched, like he produced.
Yeah, no, he was an on-set writer, director, unscripted television mostly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And some people go to therapy. Some people go to silent retreats. Some people hang themselves from the world tree for 9 full nights without food or water, with a self-inflicted spear wound to the side.
Odin would do that?
Yeah, one time.
Oh, just one time. Not it wasn't a regular thing.
No, this is a one-time deal. Because self-betterment is, it's very individualized, but that's what he did to gain the magical knowledge of these magical runes.
Wait, which magical runes?
Odin sought the runes to acquire magic. He watched as the Norns, or maidens, that created the fates of others carved these runes into the trunk of Yggdrasil. And from his throne in Asgard, he envied their power. For anything they carved into the trunk carried through the tree into the 9 worlds, like intentions, basically just magic. The runes were all around the well.
How did he find out about it? Did that little quippy squirrel tell him about it?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, check this shit out. Look at that shit they're making down there.
What's that squirrel's name again? Ratata?
Ratatask.
Okay. Ratatask.
Ratatask. Which is just a great squirrel name.
Uh-huh.
Ratatask. So the runes were down in that like bubbling spring of knowledge, the well of Erd, and it only revealed themselves to the worthy of their knowledge. So they would carve them in, and they'd like fall into the water, or they'd be in the trunk. It was said both ways, but then they'd be sneaky runes. You couldn't see us. So in order to get a handful of those runes,
Okay.
he decided, okay, I'm not going to ask these fucking lame ass women that are carving into this tree. I know what I have to do. I'm going to hang myself by the neck on a branch of the great tree.
That's sort of a leap of thought.
Yeah. I'm going to stab myself in the side with a spear.
Great.
And I'm just going to chill there for as long as it takes, nine full days. Any gods that offer me food or water, any care, I'm going to refuse it, and I'm just going to stare at the well and scream and beg for the runes to show themselves.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So like not beg the women who carved it.
No, he's talking to the runes.
Okay.
Obviously, come on.
Great. Okay. Yeah.
Show
got
yourself to me. So for 9 full nights, he stared into the well and was like trying to will it. And on the 9th night, the runes were like, "This guy's so legit," and they revealed themselves to him. And those images were seared into his mind.
Oh.
And so he gained the magical power, and that's why he's a god with like 25 titles, because he's got all these magic chants. Basically, he can invoke so much. And yeah, when the images were seared into his brain, or he grabbed them. Either way, there's 2 ways.
How many runes were there?
I think 18 spells he learned.
Okay.
Yeah. He screamed and freed himself.
He screamed the noose loose.
He just, I got the runes. He squeed and freed himself. The power of the runes basically turned him into a little witch. And he could chant to heal or incapacitate. He could wake the dead. He could seduce women. He had a lot of power-ups. But by sacrificing myself to myself, as it is written, the story is told in Poetic Edda that Odin became the most formidable of the gods with his powers. But that's not the only higher education that he got. Did you ever wonder why he only has one eye? What do you think happened?
I think now that, I mean, you already told me that he removed it himself, so I'm going to refer to the ancient book Romance of the Three Kingdoms by Luo Guangzhong. I'm probably pronouncing that terribly too, so anyone Chinese listening, I just butchered that.
Uh-huh.
But there is a general in it named Xiahou Dun, who rides into battle, and as he's riding into battle, a enemy archer shoots him in the eye, and instead of being like, well, I should go home now, he then calls out, the gifts of my mother and father shall not die here. I will not just throw that away. So he pulled out the arrow, and his eye came with it, and then he ate his own eye on the battlefield.
Wow.
So I'm hoping this is similar to what Odin did.
Look at how smart you are remembering all that shit.
Yeah. When I'm a connoisseur, I remember things.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Whereas in a week, I'll be like, and then this one guy, man, he did something crazy. So Odin might have been a god of war, But he did not lose it in battle, as you just described. The general that I couldn't even recall the name, but you can. Because your brain's amazing. Another trip to the Well of Erd at the base of Yggdrasil, Odin met Mimir, the oldest and wisest of the Aesir, and with unparalleled knowledge of the cosmos, and he guarded the well. So Odin asked Mimir for just a single drink from the well, because the well held all the knowledge in there. And Mimir told him, only if you give me your eye.
Oh.
Like, if you give me your eye, you can have like a little sip. And
did this person who said that have eyes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just like an old bitch that hung out by the well, and he was like kind of like a dark, shadowy figure. So he innately had some creepy. You just like you have to socialize a little bit, or you're just a weirdo.
Okay.
You have to get out of your dark well once in a while, and he just didn't.
Wait, I thought you were just talking to me about that.
Yeah, no, Paul. This is a warning story for you.
Okay.
He's like, pop me over now. You can have a drink. And Odin was just like, seems fair.
Okay.
So he gouged out one of his eyes.
Oh, with what?
I think his own hand.
His own hand?
And he just threw it in the well.
He just like Kill Billed his own eye out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, is that it? I would rip my dick off. You asked for the wrong thing.
Shoot! I
threw
wanted
it in.
a dick. Well, that's one for the eye pile.
And Mimir was like, here, you can drink out of my cool drinking horn. And Odin took a drink, and it turned him into a super Google machine. And so that's why he had all this knowledge. He was running around like just whispering to mortals, like the human head weighs 8 pounds. And he'd walk away.
Except for mine, because I snatched out one of my eyes.
Exactly. And there's some symbolism here, because eyes have always represented perception, so sacrificing your own point of view for ultimate knowledge seems to be the moral of that story, which is nice.
Right. I mean, and that's sort of a classic trope in storytelling too.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Oedipus and someone Shakespearean.
Yeah.
Like now that I'm blind, now I can see.
Right. Yeah. And then Odin, the earlier one where he stabbed himself, people say there might be a little bit of crossover between like Odin and Christ, like Christianity. But I think it actually precedes it. But I'm sure it was like changed a little bit through, retellings and retellings.
Yeah.
So that they are parallel a little bit.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
In your reading, have you come across anything that gives and it sheds any light on the theory that the Norse people had or were the descendants of Neanderthals?
Whoa, no.
Yeah, so there's a whole school of thought that northern Scandinavian people are like, that's where the Neanderthals evolved and changed and became more educated human-like creatures, and Homo sapiens evolved separately more in Africa. And the merging of the two, like, it was long thought that the Neanderthal died out, but like further DNA evidence has sort of suggested that
my 23andMe has Neanderthal.
Yeah.
But it also, like I told you, has Viking, so that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
It like says, probably like 0.2% or some bullshit of like you have DNA that traces back to Neanderthal shit, and then it also says like strong Viking.
Yeah.
So that those could be a crossover. Yeah.
Well, but I don't know what. I guess it was the like the stereotype of Neanderthals is barbarianism, and so hearing just the difference between a culture that is so far north and the origin myths being so different from. I mean, there are similarities for sure, but the focus that I'm discovering as I'm hearing these myths is sort of in a different place. Like, it's kind of like bloody brutality and bizarre maggot children, like
yeah. Yeah. It's definitely more like a raw, and they keep things super light, and the myths are funny. I mean, these myths weren't funny. These were like this is how he became all knowing, and this is how he he sacrificed to get this shit. But a lot of the myths are super funny. We'll get to those. Sorry about the darker one today. But they kept things light, but they also got really gritty in their shit. And they're just like, yeah, life is hard. Life is terrible. We're always at war, even with each other. And the only way to survive is to get the fuck out of these harsh climates that we go to live in and go conquer other places, which is what the Vikings try to do all the time.
So back to Odin then. How did he meet Frigg, or how did he choose her?
Yeah, Frigg was just I don't know how they met.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing
I can imagine it went something like this.
Hey, what's up, Frigg?
Hey, I can't help but notice you look like you just plucked out your own eye.
Yeah, just sitting on my throne knowing everything. You know what else I know?
What?
How fucking hot you are.
Ah, shit. I think you're really badass.
Hey, listen, girl.
What?
Ragnarok's gonna come, but before that, I want to Ragnarok your pussy.
Oh, I thought that was going to go a different direction. I thought you were going to say Ragnarok's going to come, but first, so are you.
Yeah. So, you want to do this nasty thing? I can promise you 3 things.
All right, what are those?
I'm going to get you pregnant.
Okay.
You're going to be the queen of the gods.
Rock on.
We are not going to be monogamous. I mean, you will, not me.
Wait, I don't get to fuck around?
No. You're a woman.
Oh, all right, I will, but just no one will write about it or sing songs.
Whoa. I like your feist. Now we're married.
All right, well, okay. Thank you for role-playing that with me.
But Frigg's awesome. She's not the one with the chariot of 2 cats. So she doesn't matter that much. Yeah, that's Freya.
But it's just 2.
It's 2 cats.
2 cats cannot pull a chariot.
2 cats would just climb up your legs and scratch your head. So
I thought you were going to say it was like 26 or something.
2. Oh, honestly, 2. The fewer the cats, the better that you're going to actually have control, right? Like 26 cats is madness.
26 cats with a hive mind. You're not going to get to where you want to go, but at least they're all going to go in the same direction.
Exactly. Yeah, and Odin, in addition to like just fucking with people, he also was he fucked with the rich people, but he also was like, oh, if you're a noble person, I can help you get a pass into the cooler afterworlds. You don't have to go down to hell with that weird girl. You can
down to hell with hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can pretty much buy your way in, but I'm going to fuck with your life.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So 18 runestones.
Uh-huh.
Was that a rough estimate, or are there 18?
There's 18.
There's 18.
Yeah.
And we don't know what each runestone did for sure.
They're like, let's see. I wrote down some of the things they did.
Because you said that they helped him seduce women.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to treat these runes as if they are like the keys to a school of magic.
Yeah, he god of battle, god of death.
So yeah.
A god of the hanged, probably because he hanged himself. Prisoners, cargo. Yeah, like he literally had like 20 names. It's pretty ridiculous.
Does he command the elements?
Oh, he can.
He can.
Yeah, he can like change the tide of the sea and stuff.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to figure out these runes then. So we definitely have number 1, School of Seduction.
Yes.
Number 2, just some classic necromancy.
Yes.
Number 3, we got Storm Magic.
Oh, I told you he's a warg, so he shape-shifting magic.
Okay, so number 4 would be he's a polymorph.
Yes.
Number 5, he's a snappy dresser.
No.
No.
I told you he has just that nasty wizard hat and
He just wears
running
only a
around.
wizard hat.
yeah, just slapping his dick around.
Okay, so
No, he had like a cloak. When he was in disguise, he'd walk around like an old man.
so he can turn into animals, but then maybe he's got like school of talking to animals. Is that another thing?
He's gotta.
He's got to talk to animals.
He's gotta.
Okay. What about does he have Captain Planet powers? Does he have Earth, Fire, Wind, Water?
Yes.
Great. Heart? No heart.
He's very heartless.
All right. Then telepathy.
No.
School of disguise?
Yes.
Yes. Great. God,
You haven't done battle yet. War.
War
Yeah,
is
it's a big one.
war is magic?
Well,
I don't remember that in My Little
causing
Pony
war.
episode.
Wait, this is My Little Pony?
They're I know very little about My Little Pony aside from that friendship is magic is their logo.
Okay.
So
yeah, well, he does have an 8-legged pony, so there's that.
okay. My little
A little eight like why can't we say it?
it's a hard thing to say.
My little 8-legged pony. There you go.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. And he did have a little brush to go with it.
That's very cute.
Yeah.
Did it have like a
Scratch and sniff butt? Yes.
you knew what I was gonna ask already. Wonderful.
So that's what those are the sad stories we have on Odin today. But maybe tune in next time for a story about his blood brother.
Sam.
This is my blood brother Sam. we cut our faces and we mushed them together. Not blood brothers in the way you think. Because I'm Odin. I do it weird.
You would do it weird.
Yeah.
Hey, what is that whimsical music behind me? You're wondering? Well, it's just me and a Mimir. I have. You can quit it, Candace. My name's Mimir. I'm just a creepy guy who lives near water. Hey, have you ever asked yourself, what would I do for a drink of your water, Mimir?
Hey, Mimir, I don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing. Well, my water will make you know all sorts of shit.
Oh, could I get some of that? Because I got a test coming up.
Well, spin the wheel and find out what you gotta give me. Ding. You gotta
All
give
my fingernails.
all of your fingernails. Pull them off one at a time. Uh-huh. Keep them coming.
You know what? I'd rather know nothing.
Well, I mean, you only got 7 left, so might as well keep going. All right, good. Uh-huh.
Hey, Mimir, I was wondering if I could just like have a drink, like just a sip, because you're so shadowy, creepy, cute.
Oh man, spin the wheel.
Are you sure?
Spin the wheel.
I could.
Spin the fucking wheel. Oh, you're gonna give me your nose.
Oh, fuck no.
Wait, no, come here. It'll be really cute.
No, don't do it. Don't do the. Got your nose.
Got your nose. Oh, guys, if you guys could see this, she is gushing blood right now.
Bleeding everywhere.
Here, have a drink.
I don't even care.
No, have a drink. Now you know how much you fucked up.
Oh, I do. I know the regret. Hey, Mimir.
Yeah.
I just want to say this whale.
Uh-huh.
It's just a whale.
Uh-huh.
Why are you collecting body parts for it? I'm a shadowy figure that's also been down here in the whale.
Gosh,
I've been in the shadows.
I don't know why
Yeah.
I've been. I guess I need to drink of my own well.
Yeah,
to
maybe you
figure it
need to
out.
figure it out. But first, spin the wheel. What are you gonna give me for it?
Oh, my head. All right.
And that's how you get a 1-bedroom apartment
In
the
Midgard?
well.
In a well.
All to yourself.
Well, that was fucking weird.
Oh, guys, thank you so much. Paul, what did you learn today?
Oh man, I learned why Odin lost an eye. I learned what he was god of more. I learned that he liked a whole lot of shenanigans with war.
What do you think about him in comparison to Zeus, mayhap?
I think Zeus is worse
Yes. So far.
so far.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so there's more to learn about Odin.
Yes.
All right.
Through myths and tales.
Okay.
But like Zeus was either like, mortals, ignore them. He did some horrible things to women, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't like, hey, everyone should fight and fucking die. And half of you can go hang out in Valhalla and the other half can go suck it.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he has a lot more in common with like Ares and Ares' children.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny, like he is so much like a bunch of different. He's just like every sort of god in combination, which is why like he has 20 names. He's too much. It's like when a kid says they want to be everything when they grow up. You know, it's like pick a thing. But you know, he sits on his little throne and he's got a little attitude. So guys, thank you so much for listening to another episode of Myth Understood. Please follow us on _Myth Understood on all social media. Please check out our Patreon. We got some fun little things, and every little bit makes us overjoyed and have a little bit of money. So we love that.
We love having only a little bit of money.
That's how we've lived so long. And if you get a chance, please check out Paul's book on Wattpad. And he has the second book he's writing right now. You can follow our daddy station at It's Dragon Wagon on Twitter and Instagram. And go check out some merch, guys. We got shirts. We got mugs. We got hugs.
We got hugs for sale.
Yeah, hugs for sale, only $1,000. Can't touch me for less.
All right. Night-night.
Night-night.
If you are enjoying this podcast and other podcasts on the Dragon Wagon Radio Network, be sure to check out the Dragon Wagon Shop. Awesome t-shirts and mugs from your favorite shows so you can tout your podcast pride, all while supporting your favorite indie podcast network. And make sure to check it often for new items and limited time designs. So shop now at dragonwagonshop.com and get your dragon swag on.